Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Hollywood desk telephone, and this is Catherine's equipment from PA, and she has a note with this telephone. She's having an issue with it, and so basically what happens to these telephones is some of the numbers give out in the tone generator, and you can dial the number and basically it won't register. And so I believe on this particular telephone the 2, the 5, the 8, and the 0 are out. It's a very common problem with a phone like this. They all have this issue, and so basically it could be a certain pattern of numbers. Other telephones like this will have different numbers that go out, and the tone generator is not really available, and if you could find one you would not want to use it because it will go out also. And so what we have to do is replace the PC board. And that's not an easy task, but it has to be done if you want to use the telephone and put it back into working condition. This is the initial checkout, so we're going to go ahead and show you the telephone. I'll give you a little dial tone here. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I'm going to start with a 1, then I'm going to dial the 2. The 2 does not register. I want to hit the 3, 4, the 5 doesn't register, 6, 7, the 8 does not register, 9, the 0 does not register. I don't think the pound does either, but then our star is not registering either every time. Let's hit the star. The star did register. Now let's hit the pound. And a lot of times the pound will be redial, so it won't register at all. But we can go ahead and hit redial. That's not working either. So regardless to when we put another board in this telephone, if we get redial or not, that's not the big issue. The big issue is to be able to use the telephone and have it in working condition. And we'll see if we can add the redial into the situation also, but that's just something that we're going to have to see how it comes out. And we want to show you the inside of this telephone. I have it apart. I have one screw left in it because we have to be able to line everything up so that the hook switch would have worked when we were testing it out. Give you a look at the PC board. So that's going to have to be removed. Now we're going to try to use some of it because we have some switches that have to be in a certain position in the bottom of the telephone, and then you can get to them from the bottom. We also have our piezo buzzer located here, and then our connections, our ports for our line cord and handset cord. And we also have to have a hook switch that's in a certain position, or we'd have to totally redesign some type of a hook switch. So we're going to use some of this board, but we can't use the whole board. The tone generator is no longer any good. So that's just something that we're going to have to start working on, and we'll go ahead and get a start on this telephone. We'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair and conversion of this telephone. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we're in the middle of the process of repairing and converting this desk telephone, and we're going to show a little bit about what's going on. Now we have our original PC board down to a size that we can work with. We have to have the hook switch here in the right position for the cradle plunger. When that comes down, it either hangs up the telephone or gives you dial tone when you have the receiver off hook. So we need that hook switch in that situation here, in the area that it's in. We also have two switches here. Now, one switch is for pulse and tone. We don't need to be concerned with the pulse and tone switch. Any touch tone telephone is going to stay in the tone mode. So that's pretty clear on that. We just don't even need that. The other switch is for the ringer element, and on the original board it had a high, medium, and off, or low and high and off. And with the board that we're going to be using, and we don't have much room here, so the board that we have to use because of the size limitation, we're going to have this switch set up where the ringer's on or it's off. And that's just what you have to do because that's what's on the board and that's the way it's set up. So that's going to be taken care of when we hook that up. Then we have to make all of our connections. This would be our line cord port here, and then our wires for our handset port. We also have some wires for a hook switch and some wires for our off and on ringer. We need to take the piezo buzzer here, which is the ringer element, and we need to make those connections. Now, we also have to take and make our connections to the touch tone. And so we have to make sure that all of our connections are proper so all of our numbers dial out properly. So that's that's kind of difficult to do, but we have to map that out and make those connections also. So we're basically just going to take a short break. We're going to be working towards the finished product here, and then we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair and conversion of this desk telephone. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair and conversion of this Hollywood desk telephone, and we're going to run through a little bit about what went on. Earlier we showed that we took the main PC board that was original to this telephone and we downsized it so that we could utilize the switches and the hook switch. And so that was taken care of and installed. We also installed another PC board. We had to activate our transmit, receive. We also had to wire in our keypad here and the ringer element and the switches. Now we took the pulse and tone switch and we added to that instead of having the pulse and tone switch, because normally if a telephone is tone, it's going to stay in that mode. So we used it for a high and low receive volume, and we'll show you that. And then the other switch is the ringer element, and it either turns on or off. And so what we want to do is start our final checks. I'm going to show you our amplified pickup. For those who watch our videos, know that this is an amplified pickup, and that's so that you can hear the receive audio on our checkout. So what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and ring the unit. So we'll use the analyzer and ring the unit. And that ring can be turned off by the switch. Go ahead and turn our amplifier on and give you some dial tone. We're going to walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you watch the numbers roll by. Pound, star, and we'll end in a 2. We'll hang up and do that one more time because that was one of the issues. This telephone did not dial all the numbers. Go ahead and redial. 0, pound, star, will end in a 2. Now I want to transmit into the handset. So if you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light light up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So now what we can do is we'll go ahead and hang up and give you some dial tone. We'll use our pulse and tone, and we'll turn the volume up. Regular, up, back down to normal. I'm going to hang up, we'll ring the unit. I'll let that go one more time, we'll turn it off. We'll let a ring cycle go back on here. I'll turn it back on. Give you some dial tone. High, low. So now that we know that this telephone is ringing in on a ring cycle, our off and on switch for the ringer element works, our high and low volume for our receive works, and we have transmit and we're dialing out, we can go ahead and push this button on the switch box. That gives us a line out, totally takes the analyzer out of the situation, and we can call a time and temp number. Go ahead and give you some dial tone.
Good afternoon. We have express service available at almost every Augustenburg dealership. Open later during the week and Saturday for your convenience. Today is Monday, May 4th. The time is 3:55. Current temperature 97 degrees.
Now that we know that this telephone has been repaired and converted, we can return it to Catherine and she can enjoy this telephone again. Very cool Hollywood reproduction of an old style telephone. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching and have a great day.